It's once again a pleasure for me to be asked to be one of the MCs for this event. It's a special event, and my prayer is that each and every one of you will just make it your business to enjoy the evening. Just bask in the presence of friends, relatives, family, whoever are there, and make this evening a fantastic evening. Before we continue with our program, I'll just ask Mr. Nicholas Alexander to say a few words on behalf of his mother and father-in-law.
Thank you, Mr. Regis. Again, welcome to everyone. We're happy to have you here. So, I'd like to just say a few words concerning how this all came about. Basically, it's a matter of showing thanks and gratitude to the parents. These siblings have gotten together and they have decided that they have done so much for them throughout their lives that the only way they can pay them back is through having a function like this and make them know how much they love them, how much they have done for them. You know, I'll tell you something. As children, growing up in this country, I did, during their time, in times went by, it wasn't easy to bring children up. You know, economically it was tough, and like getting a high school education was tough. People who were fortunate to go to high school had to go to St. Vincent, the mainland, and we had to have double expenses, you know, more than the mainland people. And the parents who had to support us had to work doubly hard just to get us through. And like in the case of Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, Mr. Wilson, who was a construction worker, he was also a sailor. He had to be plying the seas week after week, from St. Vincent to Trinidad, from Trinidad to Union Island, from Union Island to St. Vincent. That was a hard job. So this was priceless. You couldn't put a dollar price on this. So by doing this is a way of saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is how they all came together and decided this was one of the best ways of doing it, to show them, Mom and Dad, we love you, and thank you.
And now, I'd like you to put your hands together to give a warm applause to our DJ, Mr. Cephas Adams. Now, I know Mr. Adams is going to give you some really wonderful music because he knows the reason for this celebration. So whenever you hear music and you will enjoy it, just feel free to shake your head, tap your partner, do whatever you want to do, but don't dance at this time. Okay? You'll have enough time to dance if it so permits. But at this time, again, we are just awaiting the go-ahead from our sponsor, or what I should say, our restaurant manager. All right. I know a lot of you have had a very busy day today because during this week we had lots of activities. And some of us may be tired, at this time some of us might be hungry. When you look around on your table, you will see all sorts of different names. We don't have numbers, but we have names. And these names are names that belong to Union Island. So you may notice that there's a split across the table, and there might be two sets of names. So when you hear the names being called, you know if it's your table, time to get up there and have your dinner. Okay? So, without much ado, As the master says, dinner is ready. So we don't want to keep you waiting.
You know, it's a lovely thing when you see a young couple such as these two individuals really exemplify what it means to love one another. And I wish that I can find a love like this. I didn't say I'm looking for love. I have a love like this. That's what it does come. But we just want to celebrate and say, you know, we love you guys, and you guys are examples of how we should live and how we should love one another. And I can honestly say their love is endless. So we're going to say endless love.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will say wow. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, give them a long round of applause. You know, when I hear these young folks perform, I always say, parents, you should be proud of your children. And I hope many of us as parents will be proud of what our children can do. They might not be able to do the same as these are doing, Dwight and Nicole are doing, but they are will perform in their own way. And I hope us as parents will be proud to encourage them in whatever they're doing. At this time, we are going to call on a youth who is going to do a performance for us by song. Her name is no other than N.A.A.U.P. Wilson. N.A.A.U.P. Wilson. And for many of you who don't know who this person is, she is one of the granddaughters of Mr. and Mrs. Paul Wilson. Here you come, please.
Good evening. My name is N.A.A.U.P. Wilson. People will always mispronounce my name, but yes, N.A.A.U.P. Wilson. These are my grandparents, and I'd like to dedicate this song to my grandparents. And watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Oh, lead